Yeah. Hey everyone, this is Steve with Mesa Properties in our third part of a series on how much a destructive tenant can actually cost you. And as I've said in the other two videos at the front end of the presentation, remember, we did not place this tenant. We were brought in to help get the tenant out, get the property refurbed, rehabbed, and get a great new tenant in, which we're ready to do at this point. So I just want to walk you through this. The total cost on this property was right around $10,000. Most of that money went into three main areas. Trash out, because there was a lot of trash. Watch video 1 if you want to see the amount of trash. And then carpet and paint. And because this house is probably about 2,300 square feet, even though there's some tile here, carpet and paint does tend to cost a lot. Plus we had to do some repairs, light bulbs out, final cleaning, all that kind of stuff. It adds up quickly. So I just want to take you through, as you can see, the walls have all been painted. Sam, if you can, I don't know, from the first video we went in and just saw what the toilet looked like back here. It's now all been clean and functional. Let me show you right back here. It looks great. Everything's nice and clean. Whoop, sorry, bumped you there. If we go around in here, this whole area was filled with trash. There was a big pile of recycling stuff, couches. The kitchen was just really nasty. And if you remember in the first video we walked by here, these steps, we've gone with the dark brown carpeting, which I would highly recommend for rentals. But this is brand new carpeting. You remember how black these rails were? I made the comment that, you know, why wash your hands when you just wipe on the rails? These have all been fixed. Also, if you pan around, Sam, if you can get right here, you'll see throughout the entire house we put in these faux 2-inch blinds. And these are pretty costly as well, and these are brand new. They cut them down to size. Lowe's and Home Depot both have them. They're real durable, they look great, and they're relatively inexpensive. But still, you do a house like this and you're looking at probably $800 plus just to put window coverings back on the house. Also, screens are another thing that can be very expensive when you have a destructive tenant, because that can be $400 to $600 to replace. So as we go into the kitchen, everything's been cleaned out, everything's cleaned up, ready for the washing machine. If you remember the dark secret of the garage where there was all that junk, Sam, if you can just kind of go through here and see, it's now nice and empty and ready for 2 tenants that hopefully are going to put 2 cars in there and just some, maybe a bag of golf clubs or something and nothing else. So as we go upstairs, let me just show you the rooms real quick. As we're heading up here, as I mentioned before, this rehab could have been a lot worse had these cabinets or any of the built-in cabinets in the home been damaged. In the bathrooms, in the kitchen, these things are not very expensive to manufacture, but they can be very expensive to replace and match. So, again, every room was full of debris. It's all been taken care of. It's all clean, nice new carpet, great walls. This, by the way, if you're looking, is a nice house in Fontana, and we'll be taking applications in just a little bit. Now, if you look in here, I don't know if we ever did this one, but this was the upstairs laundry room. It was pretty bad. So everything's been cleaned, everything's nice. Another bedroom here. Ceiling fans are clean, they work, they're nice, they're in good condition. Ceiling fan here. Again, sometimes with a destructive tenant, you can have somebody that actually steals all of your ceiling fans, and that's another huge expense. That's over $1,000 on a house like this for ceiling fans alone. And that's not even great ceiling fans. And then finally, you've got the second bathroom here off the master. It's all clean, ready to go, new blinds. All the trash has been taken out. So really that's it for this 3-part series. And again, it just emphasizes that if you're gonna place a tenant into rental property, you need to make sure that you do the proper screening. And that includes at a minimum one landlord back, ideally 2 landlords back. FICO verification, making sure that their paycheck matches, that they really are employed, because making a mistake like this, putting a tenant into a house, and you don't always know with a tenant like this, but chances are a little bit of due diligence on the front end could have, if not definitely, negated their application. If you maybe wouldn't have been able to verify their prior residency, and according to California landlord-tenant law, that is reason enough to deny an applicant. And we will often do that. If we can't figure out who you were renting from before, we don't feel comfortable with the reference that you're giving us as a tenant, we probably won't place you in that home unless you have extremely strong FICO score and income that's documentable. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact us anytime. Read our blogs, read whatever information we've got. We're trying to do the whole social thing, and we're really trying to be a resource as much as possible
for the landlord and tenant community in Southern California. So thanks for being with us.